Hello, everybody. You're gonna have to pardon me for a moment. Something, well, nah, I'll stick with it. I'm noticing something, and it has gotten to the point where things are quite terrible. Why is it so dark? Why is it so dark? Hold on a second. It's not even that dark in here. Come on. Come on now. That's just darkness there. No. Fine. No. That'll have to do. It's not that dark here. It's very dark here. Soy Halloween hasn't finished. I'll tell you what has finished. My left Joy-Con. I'm gonna tell you something. The Joy-Con drift I thought was just a myth, but it's an absolute reality. To the point where I would say that my left Joy-Con is almost unusable. It's the stick on it. But we will see how it goes. Nintendo needs to improve the way they make Joy-Cons, which they won't. But yeah, this one... No, I have a Pro controller, and I'll probably just end up using that most of the time. But yeah, this is not good. What? How is everybody tonight? Prosecutor Von Karma? You mean... No, I heard it's a successor this time. Successor? Manfred Von Karma was a really sinister man. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks out of his rear end. He was a man obsessed with the word perfection. He had a perfect record for 40 long years. Except in the fashion department. Yeah, the Pro controller is fine. It was a well, it still is. It's what brand was it? I believe it's a Hori brand, which I hear is actually pretty good. Your queen is here. Why, thank you. And now, what kind of person will the successor turn out to be? We shall find out. It's no good. Mystic Maya! Pearly. Oh, darn it. I was hoping Pearly would, like, not be here at all. You showed up. Thanks for coming all this way. I was really worried about you. Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together? Mother is watching over the trainees. Ah, good. It's a pretty nice pad. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks. Crap. Huh? Then, you came all by yourself? Yep. I snuck out of the manor and followed a map. Don't tell me you walked all the way here. Of course not. I ran. Oh, man. Pearly, what about the train? Huh? What's a train? It's time, isn't it? I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me? At least I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth? Who is that? He's Nick's rival. Well, he's also a friend.
Objection!
I still remember him as though I'd seen him only yesterday.
Objection!
Every trial was a scorchingly fierce battle until the very end.
Objection! Objection!
There's always back and forth with them. And when you're rivals for life... Okay, do we really need this? Maya. Please don't mention that name ever again. Huh? But why, Nick? I'm sorry, Maya. I forgot you don't know. He's gone. He's not coming back. What? Really? What? Wait a second. What's that supposed to mean? Court will commence shortly. Please proceed into the courtroom. Let's go. Now's not the time to talk about that anyway. Well, yeah, you were gone for the 5th case. And now the next case. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The Right Honorable Judge Aloysius Draven presiding. Maya? I'm pronouncing it Maya because it's my stream. I'll do what I want. Alright. Are the prosecution and the defense prepared? Mr. Wright, are you prepared? Huh? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright. You must be a little shocked because I am a woman, correct? I am Franziska von Karma, the prodigy. I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Here is my hose. Revenge? Of something of a personal nature, I'm sure you can... Ow! What? She just whipped the judge! I would absolutely... Okay. If this were a legitimate courtroom, she'd be so out of there. Like, that's it. You don't whip the judge. You said you hope she doesn't smack anyone up. She just did. She smacked you, Draven. Judge Old Man Draven. Interrupt again. My whip will do the speaking for me. I might give her a bit more of an accent. Ow! You know what? I would absolutely, like, bar her from the courtroom. No way. Make no mistake, I will defeat you. Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Prosecutor Von Karma, your opening statement, please. Those of Von Karma blood have only one faith, and that is perfection. What do I like on my hot chocolate? Whipped topping. The defendant Maya Fey will find no escape from her guilt on my watch. Very well. What is the defense's position? Your Honor, the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty? Yes, that does seem like a good idea. Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. 10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. That's right. I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. The defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor. How foolish. If that's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall now call my first witness. Who is your first witness? Ah! Witness, your name and occupation?
Yes, sir. My name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct.
This lady's got a temper. Yep. Ah! Get to the point already, or I'll whip you again. Explain to the court the details of this murder.
Yes, sir. Everyone will please look at this map. The channeling chamber has no windows and the door was locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room. What were they doing in there? They were channeling a spirit, sir. Channeling a spirit? I'm afraid I don't understand.
I agree. Confiscate the whip. Confiscate the whip. Confiscate the whip.
Anyway, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room, sir. A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room. And that's when they found the victim was already dead, correct? I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I have ever presided over. So how was the victim killed?
Who does she think she is? Simon Belmont? Da-da-da-da.
I was about to get to that.
Stop wasting my time, Zen.
The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. The shot was fired from point-blank range. Before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. So the victim was stabbed before being shot. Detective Gumshoe, do you realize that our voices are way too similar? This is the victim's autopsy report, sir. The court accepts this into evidence. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness.
I'm on it. Alright, so pistol shot to the forehead. Hold on. Okay, so he was stabbed. Alright. Well, let's press on. The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe? Whose pistol was it?
It was the victim's.
The victim? Now, why would he have...
Objection!
Why would he have a pistol?
Who cares?
The point is that you are missing... The point that you are missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start.
Fingerprints. There were fingerprints?
Along with the victims.
The defendant, my FAs were also on the grip, sir.
So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon. Shot was fired from point blank range. Point blank, huh? So about how far away is that?
It's anywhere between 12 to 20 inches away.
And how do you know he was shot at point blank? Mr. Phoenix, right? I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country. Excuse me? Gunpowder burn.
Gunpowder burn?
What? When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole.
Gunpowder exploding is what makes a bullet fire, and that gets real hot, pal. And there were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead.
Seems odd. He was also stabbed.
Hold it!
Stabbed? What was he stabbed with?
A fruit knife!
Let's see, whose knife was it?
It looks like it belongs to the Fae's, sir.
Of course, Maya Faye's fingerprints are all over it.
All over it, huh?
Ha! What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death.
Hold it!
How severe was the wound?
If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand.
Yes, I believe I'm about to receive a crystal, Draven. I'm thinking the water crystal.
The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing.
Hold it!
Are you sure he was stabbed first and then shot?
Yep, sure as sure can be. One look at the wounds and you come to the same conclusion too, pal.
A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools who fool. From fooling to New Foolsburg. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter then which was first? Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
That's enough. We've clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought the 2 murder weapons with me today.
Sounds good, Draven. I would love... Are there any, like, courtroom RPGs? This isn't really an RPG, so no. The date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Is that right? It's that 2 shots fired thing again. Lotta Heart has a really cool head. We share matching noses. That guy's face. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time.
2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them, huh? This does seem like an open and shut case.
Naturally. Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there's no room left for doubt, is there?
That is quite true. Mr. Wright?
Yes?
Even in the face of all this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose.
See, just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you would change your plea in less than 10 minutes. I can find people saying, wouldn't a courtroom law RPG be cool? Oh, darn. Well, I guess Draven and I are going to start a new company. We'll call it Draven Games. I'll go with that. And we'll make one.
What will you do, Mr. Wright? Will you changed to justified self-defense? Now would be the time to do so. It's your final chance.
I'm gonna plead not guilty.
Your Honor. Have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright? The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of complete acquittal.
Yes! Acquittal!
You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Detective. Yes, sir. Present the final portion of your testimony. It's the final strike, and stop calling me sir. Yes, sir. Now, see here. Proceedings are run by. Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony.
Okay. Draven. Dear Draven, chat Draven and in-game Draven, please grow some courage. Garlic breath games sounds good. Caviar Studios. I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence.
Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. Oh, or maybe somebody dropped a jelly donut. I didn't test it yet. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. So this is the costume. There certainly is evidence of a back spray of blood on this. This piece directly links Maya Fey to the crime, sir. I see. The court accepts this into evidence. All right, Mr. Wright.
You want a law-based pun? I'll have to think of one. Ad hom entertainment. No, forget it. No. It could be very poorly mixed, highly concentrated Kool-Aid that someone accidentally sneezed onto the robe. Could this situation get any worse?
Mr. Wright, do you realize you're not wearing any pants?
Yeah. Ha. What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Let's see what we can do. Why didn't you say so in your testimony earlier?
You're kind of scary today, you know, pal. Calm down, Mr. Wright. There's no need for that kind of attitude in my court.
Yeah? You know what? Whip him again. He doesn't learn.
All right, please stop glaring at me like that.
Old man Draven fears everybody.
This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime.
Maya's costume?
Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her.
Maya, she's wearing her channeling costume today, too. Is she not allowed to wear anything else? I don't know how he got to become a judge, but it's blood on the costume.
Lab results show that it is the victim's blood. So there's blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes. So were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence? Well...
Objection!
If you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad, not enough time. Let's move on.
Ah, yes, Ms. Von Karma is perfectly correct.
Yeah, the judge is a stinker. No, I don't like Judge Raven anymore. There must be a reason why she threw up an objection. Something about this costume. What do you think there is about this costume? Just have to look harder.
Mr. Wright, Ms. Von Karma's logic is perfect. There was no way for you to poke a hole in it.
Look at it again. What's that? Looks like an ordinary cardigan to you, but what is so off about it? What? Well, okay. No, I have no idea. Your Honor, actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence.
What? What are you talking about, pal? Where is this problem you're talking about?
Help me out. Help. The problem I have with this piece of evidence is here. There's my Joy-Con drift for you. Howdy there, Steph. What's wrong with this? How you doing today? Howdy. Draven, what's wrong with this bloody costume here? What a holy top. True. Wait. Is that a bullet hole there? Well, it's dirty to start. You no kidding. Some dude decided to die and get blood on it. Is that a hole?
Take that!
I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume.
The sleeve? There's a tiny hole here. A hole?
Steph, how's it going today?
Hold on. What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder. Gunpowder? No one ever told me. A hole that smells of gunpowder.
I found the hole I was looking for. It's been a crap day. It's been a crap day. It's a bullet hole.
Order! Order! Order!
This is a very grave matter. It's best we correct the court record first before anything else.
Sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir.
What else is she hiding? Pull yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. Strength as the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke. Nothing more. Monkey balls.
Objection!
How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight. Well, I agree it is a mistake on the part of the police. What Prosecutor Von Karma has said is true. The evidence still stands. Judge, how much is she paying you? No way. Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony. Yes, sir. Defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. You know.
Hold it!
He wasn't fighting back with David Horowitz? Wait a minute. That reference is way too obscure for anybody. How do you know if he was or wasn't? You can find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of struggle, pal. So did the murderer have a fight with the victim? Or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder changed drastically. Do I have proof that the victim fought back? Von Karma. Nothing but trouble. Sorry, pal, but this is an even more incriminating piece of evidence. You didn't expect a David Horowitz reference today, but you got it. You've just spotted it. I believe. A small fruit knife killed him. Cause of death? Skin peeling. Oh, whoops. And you just spotted it. That's because you're an intelligent fella. You're not an ordinary fella. So let's review. Well, that bullet hole probably also went through the sleeve. That's my best piece of evidence until we get anything better. But I'm doubting that we will. I wish someone would have death by a taco. I feel like, I want to say it's this. Because I am brazen.
Objection!
The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. Well, that didn't work. Well, I've been penalized. So, wasn't that? I figured, somebody would have fought back if there was a bullet hole there, which would have been behind her. Oh, well. A sign of a struggle. Anything both people grabbed? Well, I guess it would be this.
Objection!
This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence in the statement just now related? Oh, I suck. No, I agree with me. I disagree with Flaky Draven here. Oh, man, what? Come on. There was, I think, well... See, my thought would have been this, like, how would she have shot the folding screen behind her? Wait, well, let's actually look at profiles then. I have no idea. Raccoon Hair Man here. Wasn't him. Yeah, anyway. I really don't know. Oh shoot! I didn't mean to press that! Aw, dang it! I pressed the wrong button. I wanted to look at it, but then I realized, hey wait, I can't actually look at anything in this. Because this is a GBA game. Alright, well then I'm really sunk here. Alright, what do I do? I have no idea. Unless I'm looking at this, like, the wrong way. I can't look at anything, unfortunately. Like, I can't look at the articles, can't look at this. Any other ideas? Is this... No, this doesn't make any sense to me. You looked it up. Good. Tell me what to do, because I have no idea. Not making the lick of sense that I had hoped for. Is that the costume on statement 4? Okay. Oh. Well, alright. I'm not doing this. Joy-Con drift. It's real.
Objection!
Thank you. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Dickard Gumshoe. Yes? Yeah, having you call me by my full name is kind of a weird feeling. You said that my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Yeah, I did. Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean? What does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot. Is this what it means to not fight back? Short for Dickathy? Ah, you're right. What do you know? Seems you are correct. Oh, old man Draven, go watch Matlock. You can learn something. If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything. All right, the wind seems to be shifting. Should have had that taco. Ah. Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Miss Von Karma? It seems that my affair was shot at by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea. I would fight for consumer rights. But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty. Now that you... Why, that's right. Which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all. No! Well, yes, that's true. Furthermore, just the fact that there's a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense. Huh? How so? Ah! Don't just stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what's transpired that day. With the new information we acquired added in, of course. Huh? You mean... Oh, ba, ma, si. You want me to put together the scenario all by myself? Ah. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Alright, let's see what happens. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot. Because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. This scenario you has put together does make sense. Yes, sir. Well, Mr. Wright. Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Well, please refrain from glaring at all of us like that. Now then, your cross-examination, please. Okay. So. There's quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. Add in body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess. You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning? Uh-oh, house alarm. My FA was in the middle of channeling, was she not? When channeling with the Cobain channeling technique, the medium physically changes. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. Like I said before, I am perfect. Thieves! Uh-oh. Thieves in Draven's neighborhood. About what you were talking about. I don't quite get it. Never mind. Let's continue with the testimony. I gotta be careful. So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him. But if you think about the blood loss, he was probably hurt pretty bad. How badly hurt would you say he was? Actually, I went to give blood the other day. Afterward, I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness. So sorry. Wow. Where in the world did that pistol come from? Looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically brought it for that day. Or bought it even. Bought and brought. What, a handgun? He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder. Guns are us. Why did you bring a gun? So you're saying that the bullet hole in his costume was made then? Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. Maya has never fired a gun before in her life. The victim had already taken off the safety. The safety off, even an amateur like you can fire it just by pulling the trigger.
Children's gun store. You know, if you think about it, the letter R kind of looks like... Never mind. Okay. But you have to... Well, however, in the logo... Okay, let's say the letter R in the Guns R Us looks kind of like a gun, you know, with the diagonal stick on the R being the trigger and all that. You would want to make it backwards so that you're shooting at the other guns and not at us. Anyway, now do you understand? Von Karma's logic is perfect. Shot, missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening. Okay. Now, so that's where a gunshot was fired. That we know, yeah. Nothing too interesting here. So do we have any thoughts on where to go with this? You know, all things considered, that's not a lot of blood on a knife. So, see what I want to do is I look at this and it says so a shot was fired, went through the costume, and possibly also went through this folding screen. Now this could also have been a second shot, but I don't know. Any other ideas? He asks, knowing that he has no idea. Leave it to the chat to help figure it out. He missed? Well, so the victim missed, yeah. And so we got a hole right in the old clothing here. That's true, he missed. I don't know where the knife came from. Seems kind of odd. Yes, he missed. I'll pay the extra 5 jewels for a better clue. I'll pay for on the escape route app. Defendant then picked up on the opening. That's the victim's gun. Costume has a hole in it. How the hell did Gray miss? You don't want me to present the costume again? Well, see if I look at... See if I look at the costume... It went through a sleeve. So if her arm was up, it would have gone right under the arm, I suppose. I could present this, but I'm really worried. I'm actually very worried.
Objection!
This costume is everything. Missing the tiny hole in this costume will be the prosecution's undoing. Eh? What do you mean? This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where is the gunpowder burn on this costume? The gunpowder burn? This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Oh! There's not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. That's a very good point. And what exactly does this mean? I have no idea. Help me. It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other.
Objection!
I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Bullet Joel? Bullet Joel? Hello, Agent X, how's it going? You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking. Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How was that?
Objection!
I love it when he makes that face, because then he knows something. I hope I don't know how many times you mistyped that. As if that even was possible. According to testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that. Well, then... That's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And then while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. There, that should satisfy even you. It does make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Oh, I don't know. Does it make sense, or does it not make sense? I wonder what Agent X thinks. Or Escape Room. Or Draven. Or Steph. Or... Phoenix Wright never agree with the prosecutor? Sounds like a fair thing to me. There's a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor. Fatal flaw? Yow. Very interesting. I would love to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. I think... See, put some distance? Well... If there was a lot of distance... Would this... Hold on, let me just read something. I like this one because it also got shot in the screen. Now, if there was... when in doubt, just present the costume over and over again, right? I just want to present this, but that might get me in a bit of trouble here. So... what should we do? The folding screen doesn't sound wrong. But it could get me in a lick of trouble if I'm not careful, but oh well.
Take that!
Take that. This is a piece of evidence that destroys your logic. What is that? A folding screen? I'd like to point the court's attention to the hole in this folding screen. It looks like you already know what I'm talking about.
Ooh, where? What?
Mr. Wright, your explanation, please. The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. It passed through at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means... when the shot was fired, Maya, I mean, the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground. Order! Order in the court! This changes everything. Please look at this diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot. The bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location about 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area. What area was I in? Well, it wasn't here. Somewhere around here. Oh, maybe not there. Wait, I just realized I forgot to brush this morning. Excuse me while I freshen up. Uh-oh. Sure. In the meantime, I want you to think things through again, Mr. Wright. Ah, nuts. Well, I want to say... she was standing here near the folding screen, obviously. Wait a second. You know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole. But how can you gauge the distance from that? Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? That's impossible. But why? You of all people should know the answer to that question, Ms. Von Karma. If she were shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. However, there's nothing of the sort around the bullet hole on this costume. Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You stinky Pete. I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing a ways from the victim when she was shot at. What do you think this has changed the defendant's situation? It kind of doesn't. Because now the justified self-defense could even more so be true. But, okay. Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with a knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at the time? Squatting. Exactly. If Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike? Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense. Yeah, I figured there had to be a reason. Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job. Oof. Uh-oh. You are such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amused me. Detective, how dare you damage my perfect logic? Huh? How's it all my fault? You can start repairing your standing by first removing that 3-strand goatee. Oh, and rest assured your punishment will come later. Why do prosecutors get to punish detectives? Punishment? Then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness. Time to take a recess. It's time to take a recess. Alright. Looks like we're gonna take a recess. And a save. Hey there, Nick. How's it going? Nick Bergerman. Ooh, that was a close one. I know you were giving it your all to defend me, but I could feel the death penalty hanging in the air. I felt like I was pretty close to dying myself.
But you were wonderful out there. You listened carefully, made theories, and tricked everyone into believing you.
What's the good word, Nick the DVD man? Thanks. Wait, tricked!
That must be the lawyer's secret technique, right?
By the way, is the next witness who I think it is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Lotta Hart. Oh, guess there's no escaping her, huh? Nope. Remember, Nick, you promised you'd save me! I don't like the voice I gave to Pearl, but I don't do infants. If you lose, me and my sister's ghosts will come after you and haunt you.
Your sister? Are you talking about Mystic Mia?
Yeah, do you remember her, Pearly? My sister was a super good lawyer. Finally got done playing through WWE 2K20 on PS4. It was glitchy. She was also Nick's teacher.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Alright, let's get back in the courtroom. Do you give WWE 2K20 a solid 5.5 out of 10 on the Nick meter? On the Nick meter? Court will now reconvene. Now, the first order of... Ow! I don't want to hear it, old man. After I called my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a good little boy. Yes, sir. Okay. I would fire her. You are not allowed to do that in a courtroom. What the heck? Bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling. Give it a 0 out of 10. That's pretty harsh. Did it technically run? That at least gets it a 1. Witness your occupation and your name. Hey, Phoenix. How you doing? Just fine. Sorry about this. Didn't exactly have a choice, you know? Yowza. Name and occupation. Wow. Hey, let me tell you something. Glitchy 2K20 got them a lot of publicity. People were interested in that. People like glitchy things. Well, do I get to use a weapon? How about I get the... Wait, do I have the pistol? I can shoot her in the shoulder poof. I declare, what in tarnation? Hey, Judge, this here is violence against my fair self.
That's fine.
That's fine. That ain't fine. That's a whip. Hello, Watermelon King. How's it going? There's no need for foolish outcries from foolishly foolish fools. Do I have the bullet? I could probably put a spit wad in there. Just hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder. Haven't even gotten to say my name and job yet. Name's a lot of heart. Paranormal photographer, and I'm here to testify. Now, let's all be one big happy family, okay? That is such a Draven thing to say. Put a tack in there? Oh yeah, right in the eye. Ah, my eye. Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door, and then, bang! We hear this gunshot. Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down, and we rushed into the room. Inside was the dead victim. The defendant waving a pistol around. I think he had a giant bowl of Cool Whip. He's gonna have some pistol whip. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room.
And did you take a picture of the scene right after the murder took place?
Reckon course. Eh? Excuse me? Reckon course. It's short for you reckon? Of course I did. Ah! Does it look like I care? You don't care about anything except ugly fashion. Just hurry up and show your picture to the court. She's gonna be single for a while. Maybe. Let's see here. This here's the picture. It certainly seemed that only the defendant and the victim were in that room. But there's something wrong with this picture. Most notably, why is she on this side of the room? That doesn't make sense. She was not on this side of the room. She was on the other side of the room. What? Anyway. Reckon court. Well, somebody does, and her name? Lot of heart. Are you ready, Mr. Phoenix Wright, for my finger wag of justice? Well, we will see. She said she took 2 pictures. Alright, well, let's see. Was it really only those 2 that went in?
Objection!
What are you blabbering about? You was there 2, but you not. Irk. Why don't you answer that yourself? Was it really just the 2 of them? Yes, Dr. Gray and Maya were the only 2 that went into the room.
Hold on, we can't have the defense testifying against its own client.
Anyway, folks, only the 2 of them went into the channeling chamber, you hear? But you knew that from the very beginning, didn't you? Witness, continue. We were waiting outside the door, and then bang, we hear this gunshot.
Hold it!
Was it really a gunshot? Was it not just, some ham boning?
Objection!
Are you insane? You know nothing about ham boning. Irk. Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Was it really a gunshot, or was it ham boning? Really loud, vigorous ham boning. And some hee-haw style eefing as well, but that's different. I don't know if you have any idea what that is, but yeah, it goes well with ham boning. Yes, I think it was something that sounded like a gunshot. And why are we here listening to the defense testify? I heard a gunshot a long time ago, so I know. And I tell you, that was a gunshot I heard. Now this is where the story heats up. So let me get this straight. This Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down? Okay, stop this line of questioning here. Honestly, Mr. Phoenix Wright, why don't you tell us what happened then? Yes, Ms. Von Karma. I broke the door down. Sorry. No need for apologizing. That was great. You're a real man. You know, I think that maybe Phoenix Wright and Lotta Hart should get together for a chocolate malt or something. That sounds nice. That's something I would like to see. This entire cross-examination is just turned on its head. And what did you see once you broke in? Inside was the dead victim and the defendant with a pistol. Are you sure it was the defendant, Maya Fey? Sure, I'm sure. Lotta, please think back to that day one more time. Well, what you getting at? Remember what you said when we broke into the room? See, she's over here. I was murdered. Click. Lotta, at a time like this, times like this, perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya? We saw the murder at that time. You couldn't even tell if it was Maya Fey or not, am I correct? Well, you see.
Order! Miss Hart, you are here to present accurate testimony.
Yeah, sorry.
For a defense lawyer, your defense is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber.
When they entered?
One of those two people that entered the chamber was Maya Fey, correct?
It was her twin imposter. Mia... yeah. Fia May. I'll go with that. I was gonna be like Tina Fey. I'm like, maybe not. Yeah, that's right.
It looks like we've come to a collective conclusion. The person in this picture is most certainly Maya Fey.
Exactly. Are you absolutely certain of that? Sure am, but that old witch chased us out of the room, so... There's no one else in there, and you know it. What about behind the folding screen? Did you check back there? Wreck given! Huh? What in the... Wreck given, you know. You reckon? That's a given. I took me a good look around the room once. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind the folding screen.
If I may have a word with you, Miss Hart.
What? You got a problem?
Wreck given. I mean, I'm having a little difficulty in understanding you.
If you would stop saying such things as wrecking given. Ah! Now then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, do you see a problem with the testimony or don't you?
enough. It seems that there are no issues with Ms. Tartt's testimony. At the time of the crime, only 2 people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Gray, and the defendant, Maya Fey. What are you doing, Amor? I got the kitty being silly. No. The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant. You look as though you look like if you have something to say. Do you? Yes, I certainly do. I have an issue. I have a problem. Would you like to see my problem? It is this. She is a killer. She's a foot killer. Ow! She's also bitey. Whoops. You're bitey. You are bitey. Ow. You're in trouble, aren't you? You are trouble. I'm gonna get you with my foot again. Ow! I call the big one bitey. Let me go. Let me go. Oh. You're trouble, you know it. Guilty feline. Is that a GameCube controller? Yes. And this is a feline. She's very, very guilty. Alright. How many felines you got? Just that one. That's all you need. One is all you need. What do I have to say? Is there anything I can present that would prove it's not Maya in that photo? I have something in my head that I believe to be true. Your Honor, Mr. Wright, it is possible that the person in this photo is not the defendant. What? Do you know what you were proposing? Yeah, that's just plain fool's talk. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show the court some proof. Proof to this court that the person in this photo is not Maya Fey. Actually, can I see that photo again? Well, it does seem like a pretty clean costume there. Any recommendations on this one? Because I could always show the costume, but also I could also show this. Because I still believe, like, if I look at this, if I look at this photo, why was she there? But then, like, when we were in here, when we came into the room, she was on the other side. I just don't know what to present, and I gotta be careful. Also, looking at this, it doesn't look like her clothes are that bloody, but I mean, that's from the back.
don't know what I want to do, but I also don't want to make a mistake.
Take that!
Let's go with this. Here's your proof.
Objection!
Is there a problem? Oh no, I thought I would work on my inflections. Just wondering what an objection with a twist of your wrong sounds like. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, but I don't follow your logic. Aw, nuts. It's not that. Fine, I'll go with this.
Take that! Objection!
Aw, not again. I do not... No, that's not good. That didn't go well. Well, I guess I need one more piece of evidence. Fine, I'm going with the floor plans, because that's all I got left.
Take that! Objection!
Oh, well, it's not any of those things. Well, that didn't go well. That's enough. And now she's guilty. Do I even have anything? Because I know... You know what? I've said it enough times. I'm going to say it again. I know what I want to present. And now it's like, nah, you cannot present that. But that's okay. We'll go through this quickly. By holding down the B button, I can get through a lot of stuff. The sleeve again, but I couldn't... They didn't want me to use that, Let's get back to where we were. No. Not the sleeve. Can't see the sleeve too well, yeah.
Hold it! Objection! Hold it! Objection!
Okay. Alright. Well, I'm whipping through this.
Hold it! Hold it!
Crap guide.
Hold it!
It's alright. There's really no point in that part, so. Alright, let's present this evidence here. I got back there fairly quickly. Your Honor. Mr. Wright. It's possible that the person in this photo is not the defendant. You know what you were proposing? Yeah, that's just plain fool's talk. Show the court some proof. What? You said I did have something. Stinker. Well, now I can't present anything. What have you done?
Objection!
Well, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. That's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You really should give up trying to prove this is not my affair. That's enough. Is this it? Is this all I could do? I think it is quite obvious to this court that a verdict not guilty is not possible. I told you. Totally. 100% impossible. Ms. Von Karma, do you have any further questions for this witness? Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning won't be needed. What about the defense? No further questions, I presume? The defense... Phoenix. Phoenix. You can't make that kind of face. Dean. Throw game facts into the ocean. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. But Mia. Guess I made it just in time, wouldn't you say? You, but pearls. Your clothes are a bit small, but that's okay. Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go. But how? She's already dead, taking away every advantage. The advantage is still in your hand. Think carefully. One more time about what you saw in the channeling chamber. Remember what you told me yesterday? What? Dr. Gray. I was murdered. Lana, at a time like this? Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. See, there is one final piece of this puzzle. Mia? Question Lana one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it unconsciously or on purpose, but... I don't know. Well, if she, I think she might be holding herself into the small clothes. She's not testifying truthfully. Now then, this court would like to end the cross-examine period.
Hold it!
Please wait, Your Honor. The defense would like to request that the witness testify one more time. Overruled. I'm afraid you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination has already ended. Furthermore, any unrelated... It's fine. I'll allow another testimony. Von Karma's case is perfect. Absolutely flawless. And what better time than this for you to see that? But, I mean, I have some place I must go after this. Uh-oh, Draven's a busy guy. All right, I'll allow it. Miss Hart, hurry and give us another testimony. I gotta judge a wet t-shirt contest in 15 minutes. Well, heck, what am I supposed to talk about? Please tell us once more what happened when you burst into the channeling chamber. Okay, you got it. See, you got through to the judge somehow, right? Well, actually, it was Von Karma's whip that got through to him. Maybe. When we broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff. But I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot.
sounds different from before. Struggle all you like as you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Tastes like Tim Hortons coffee. Well, amuse me with your useless questions, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm waiting. Aw, poor Lotta. She looks so sad. So what did she look like? You know, she looked almost like a different person. A different person? She may have seemed like a different person, however, she was still Maya Fey. We've already made that point abundantly clear. Yes, that is true. Well then, Miss Hart, did you happen to see anything else? I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. And perhaps that body was not Dr. Gray's at all. Hey? Well, I reckon that's possible.
Objection!
If the body inside that room was not that of Dr. Gray, then whose body was it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It was yours! You're actually dead! Well, what if it was that of Maya Fey after the channeling? Maybe. Ow. Foolish fools spouting foolish foolishness just as I expect of a foolish fool such as you. Fool Foolington of Foolsburg, New Florida. Hey, Evie, how's it going? He does have his own game, and I don't have that one yet. If that was the case, then that would mean that Maya Fey is in fact dead. And that would make the defendant's chair quite a lonely place, wouldn't it? Y'all done here? Can I continue? Y'all? Even knowing that, you still persist in being a paranormal photographer. That's why I'm getting out of this here business. This gal's gonna get the dirt on the stars and be a tabloid photographer from now on. And in the third game, there will be a celebrity that gets killed. They're taking on Christopher Titus. Wow. Mr. Phoenix Wright, would it kill you to stay on topic for a change? Well, would it, Mr. Wright? Oh, bite me, you old man. Two, right? Two what? 2 shots. You took 2 shots. But only one has been submitted as evidence. Miss Hart, where's the other picture you have been withholding? No, you got it all wrong. It's not me. I didn't mean anything bad. I know I can be a little mean, but I ain't evil. Why have you not shown the other picture to the court yet? Well, ain't it obvious? The prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap about it. What? Von Karma. Ms. Von Karma, you're hiding critical evidence. I'm gonna confront. Your Honor, the defense asked that Prosecutor Von Karma be held in contempt of court. Well, yes. Me in contempt of court? You can't be serious. But you hid evidence from the court. On purpose. That's not fair. Ms. Ms. Von Karma, would you care to explain yourself to this court? I thought this picture was not important and thus felt no need to submit it. That's all. How did you think? The pictures were more or less the same, so why bother if it's the second? I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence.
Feeny, baby.
Feeny.
But more trouble than it's worth? How can you say that? If you want to see it that badly, I'll submit it. Let's see it. First of all, well, there's no gunshot in the sleeve. Also, yeah. I don't have to say it. You say whatever you want to say. I'm not saying it.
What is this picture? And can I get a copy?
It's obviously the second picture the witness took that day at the scene of the crime. That's a little off center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur.
I think the important point here is the person in this picture. This is most definitely not Maya Fey. What is the meaning of this?
It's not Maya.
Your Honor.
As you can plainly see, the person in the picture is not Maya Fey.
Yes, I see that. Not just her face. Her whole body has taken on a different appearance.
There's only one conclusion that can be drawn then. Somehow this other person snuck in and traded places with the defendant.
Order me a sandwich, do. Well, yes, I believe you are correct, Mr. Wright. The person who was inside the channeling chamber was not Maya Fey.
Mia, we did it.
You're too soft.
Huh? You're softer than Aunt Morgan's strawberry desserts, Phoenix. Take a look at Prosecutor Von Karma's face. I think you had better continue to vary, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Miss Von Karma, what do you mean by that?
Your Honor, I would like for you to take a look at this picture. This was taken yesterday at the detention center's visitor room. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant, Maya Fey, during his visit.
Maya Fey? But isn't this a totally different person?
She looks this way because she is obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit. What? Oh, you mean in the picture. I'm like, what? Yeah, how'd she get that photo? It's unbelievable that she can... Yet, it is the truth. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's calling. Miss Von Karma, a word if I may. Taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal. Surely you must know that that picture can't be submitted as evidence. Obviously, I know this picture is illegal, but I never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place. From the moment I showed this picture to the court, this case became all mine. After all, this image has now been forever burned into the judge's mind. Looks like we've been had. I don't claim to understand this, and I still cannot believe it. Are you saying that this person is the defendant Maya Fey? I don't think it is. I can prove it.
Your Honor. Oh, the fire has returned to your eyes, I see. Oh, baby. This picture. In this picture lies a critical contradiction to all the testimony up until now. A contradiction? So you think you've spotted a problem with this picture? It's an earn your keep. Why don't you point out exactly what is so strange in this picture? Why, it's right here.
Take that!
Please direct your attention here, and not at the other thing that everybody's looking at. To the sleeve? But there isn't anything on about it. And that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing. Should be there. Oh! There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, then it should be in this picture as well. Miss Von Karma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence. You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this. Don't celebrate yet. You like to bring down the mood, don't you? Take a look at Ms. Von Karma's face. Not again. Jumping the gun again, I see, Your Honor. I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools. What do you mean? What incompetent fools? If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was of any value to this case. I see. Oh, okay. Demerit points. You can't prove that. Franziska von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honor, you need not vary. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that detective gets what's coming. I'm sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth at his next salary discussion. Why do you get to choose his salary? This is a very big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none. The judge is confused by the strange twist of events. He gets confused by Twizzlers. Load all you've got into this one shot, alright? Your Honor, there's only one logical explanation for the contradiction. Well, I don't think the bullet hole would have been made later. I don't think it's because the picture is a fake. I think the shooter is somebody else. The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person's clearly does not. There can only be one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether. What? Order! Order! Order me tuna. If order is not restored, I will suspend this trial. You don't know what you can. And what's the deal with nibs? The defense's argument is a complete mess. Complete mess? I fail to see how. Please enlighten us. Hey, Fitness. Ah, what the heck? Is that any way to ask a gal a favor? Be quiet, you. You was the one who said it was only the two of them who entered the room. Well, you know, if you were lying, I swear that my whip will be the last thing you see. Look, sis, you're looking mighty scary, so why don't we say you... What? I swear I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest. You see now, fiddle me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Where did the defendant vanish to? And where did this other woman appear from? I don't know. Well, if the person in this picture is not the defendant, then this poses two very big questions. First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from? That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on, you can't fall apart here, Phoenix Wright. But, I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like this? I have no idea. Had enough yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around even now? That's right, Neo would always turn things around and change her perspective. Phoenix? Before we broke in, the third person was already in the room. Now, that's possible. If Maya had left that room somehow. If I can prove either of those conditions were true. Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with. I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is... Oh, I don't know. Well, no. I believe that she was in there at the time. Otherwise, who would they have arrested? Well, you should tell me. I think that's a good idea. Because remember, we're all in this together. I think it's one. Well, Mythical the Ultra Gamer, we will find out. Maya left the room. But how did she leave the room? That's a good question. Maya had left the channeling chamber at some point. The defense could prove this. Oh, how a foolish fool makes a foolish face while dreaming foolishly foolish dreams. Maya Fey was being looked after by her aunt Morgan Fey. Chances of her leaving the crime scene is lower than that detective's salary. Anyway, let's see some evidence. Prove that from the murderer until the time of the arrest, the defendant had left the room. Doors here. Well, how can I prove? So how can I prove that she had left the room? Present the key to the whole case.
Take that!
Cool. Miss Hart, do you remember this key? Well, I've seen it. Hey, that's the channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, I locked the door from the inside with that. You know, the fact that these cases are so difficult means that these games are going to last quite a while. The defendant herself locked the door? Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open. That key's the only one of its kind, after all. Oh, one of a kind, you say? Wait, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes? I'm afraid to ask, but... why is that key currently in your possession? Huh? What do you mean? If Maya Fey locked herself in, then the key should have been with her. Yes, agreed. However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest. Ah, well, ain't that a kick? Oh, alright. I'll just assume escape route is... So how come you're holding it? I got this as a present from a certain little girl. That little girl was nowhere near the crime scene at the time. That's preposterous. This means that Maya Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you. No. seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Ms. Von Karma, how can this be? At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible. My perfect case. How is there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix, right? I'm a prodigy. I've never lost a case. And I don't intend to lose here in this courtroom to a foolish fool like you. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict. That's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. That is all. Court is adjourned. Wow, that was you, Pearly? You summoned my sis?
Yes, I felt I had no choice.
Great going, Pearly. I knew you were special. Hey, Nick, did you know? Nick. I know you're trying really hard and all, but I really don't remember ever leaving that room.
I don't think that a third person could have gone into that room.
Yeah. Well, at least we have until tomorrow to figure things out. Like, what happened in that room, for instance. Yeah, I'm counting on you.
I envy the two of you.
Oh, by the way, Nick, you think you could take Pearly back home for me? Sure.
All right, Pearls.
Oh, all right, Pearls. You ready to go buy some tickets?
A tick-kit?
Save your progress to this point. Yeah. And with that, I'm going to end the stream here because no sense in starting something new that's going to take forever. Anyway, we're going to investigate next time, and hopefully we'll find something good. Yes. Anyhow, thank you very much for watching. Have a good night, and don't eat the bad kale.